Alright, hello and welcome back to Let's Play yet another no-name MAME game. And it's time for some ninja nonsense. It's Caveman Ninja. So it's a nice way to start out the game with, like, a nice, happy scene that summarizes the plot. Well, happy is relative, but it summarizes the plot quite neatly. And so, just in case you were wondering, yes, you play as a ninja. And I do like that in the beginning he throws, like, a giant ninja star just to, like, hint at you. It's like, hey, you might have a distance attack. Figure it out. It's kind of nice when games hint at, like, how they're supposed to be played. So your first button is the aforementioned ninja attack, and your second button is a jump. So you can actually aim up with your attack. Can you aim down? No, you can't. And you've seen your axes kind of lazily arc down, which it's not ideal for getting things done, but I guess it'll do the job. Whoa. Jeez. Oh man, those back in the days when you had like the massive multi-sprite enemies, where it's like, it was huge and it's cool, but then it's also a little freaky though sometimes when the parts kind of move independent of each other. It's a fine line you have to walk between really cool and really creepy. Hey, don't tread on me. My gosh, this guy is going for the kill. Most bosses would have like backed off a little bit, but not this guy. Did he just stomp down the ground? This guy is legit. Let's look for any sort of boss indicator. Maybe I shouldn't smash that poor little dinosaur in the beginning. Oh, I've upgraded to firebombs. Oh, okay. This game has that weird thing where if you press up, then you jump higher, which honestly is a weird way to do things. I don't really like that. I feel like all of your up should be tied into the up. Like, if you're gonna jump up... What am I saying? But if you're gonna be able to jump higher, you just press jump longer. I like that way of doing things. Okay, boss meter on the bottom, which does not seem to be going down whatsoever. Did he just... He just shot an enemy caveman at me. That's all sorts of weird. Although I guess it's on par with a caveman ninja. I'll have you note he got that weird look on his face before she kissed him. Ooh, branching stages. This game was ahead of its time. Or in contrast, exactly at its time. Okay, come on out there. Oh man. So I mean the action, there's like a lot of stuff going on all at once. It's kind of one of those BS games where it's like, so much is going on that you can't really control everything. Like, all it takes is that stupid dinosaur to get past that stupid guy, and then all of a sudden, your whole screen's with... The whole screen is everything just going crazy. That was not a good way to go. What? Hey. What the crap? Okay, so the guy fell in the water and then he gets electrocuted? Well, I guess that sort of explains it. Alright, fine. I'll let you get away with that, Caveman Ninja. But if you violate the laws of physics, I will call you out on it. And now we've upgraded to regular modern-day ninja with a projectile weapon that doesn't arc. Why Why is that so hard to do, Caveman Ninja Man? Oh, speaking of my favorite kind of weapon. Oh, this is a boss already? Usually these are fewer and far apart. And given their difficulty, I kind of wish they were. These... Well, if any weapon's gonna defeat the guy, it's gonna be... the guy. It's gonna be the boomerang. It's kind of, I don't want to say it's a tedious game, but it's like there's a lot of bull cow going on. There's not a lot of room for it's like you know exactly what you're doing and you rock it. Maybe you get what are these green things at the top? Like maybe if you get enough in a row, then you start going on a streak, you start going on a rampage. Oh, maybe he does the plant continues damage as you let go along. Unfortunately, no. That would be too easy. Kind of wishing this was more of an easy... Well, if anything is going to teach him a lesson, it's going to be giant stone wheels in the face. Nope, they're still not doing any more damage. I guess it's not as hard as I was complaining as it was, but it's kind of one of those games where you have to know what you're doing. And that's maybe not so easy the first couple of times. I mean, you kind of want a game that's nice and simple, and when you put in your quarters, you feel like they mean something. Not like you feel like the quarters are going to eventually go into something that'll mean something, I guess. I guess the secret to beating plants up is to duck a lot, so next time you're weeding, keep that in mind. Plant monsters come in and then start attacking you with mind whips. Just duck. Even fire doesn't do any more damage to this guy. Well, at least we're back down to our... Well, that's bull cow. You know boomerangs would hit the bottom of them better. Whoops. I seem to have accidentally quit the game. Well, that was Caveman Ninja, and I mean, it's bright, it's colorful, it controls well enough, and I mean, it seems like it'd be a good game, but at the same time, I mean, it seems like the kind of game where it's like, it'd be hard to get really good at it. Or maybe I just wasn't really getting into the timing of the whole thing. But it does feel like a game where it's like a bunch of stuff's gonna come at you, and it's like you can never really get like good enough that you can take care of everything. Like sort of like the sloppy BS-ness inherent in beat-em-ups. Although I am very intrigued. He seems to be throwing copies of himself. Oh wait, well let's monkey see monkey do. Okay, so you can hold down the button to throw bigger versions. Oh man, what was it, like 5 minutes ago? I was like, man, at least the game teaches you how to play it. Oh, that trick would have been nice to have known a while ago, but I think we'll have to go without. Hey, okay, the game's kind of growing on me, and it's like, I'm liking it more and more as I go along. Even, did you see that? It was a flying wooden motorcycle. Okay, this game is actually kind of awesome, but it's not the kind of game I want to go through right now, because it's like, definitely the kind of game where you have to play through it like 70 times and know exactly what you're doing. Wow, I don't remember that first stage being quite that short. Here already? Well, does it? I don't think the charge attack does. Well, I guess it does do an extra health bar of damage. Is the game significantly easier with the charge? I don't know. Seems like it. Because, I mean, then we can just take this dinosaur out with a few well-placed hits. I hate it. It's like, sometimes these gameplay mechanics, like, no one ever tells you this. No one ever tells you that you can hold down. And, I mean, yeah, it was hinted at in the beginning, but it's like, no one tells you that you hold it down to shoot the thing more. It's just kind of like Super Hang-On. Like, I was playing Super Hang-On in the Genesis, and it's like, it always seemed like it was too hard of a game. Like, you could never quite make enough progress. Turns out, you press down the third button, which doesn't do anything any time of the game except when you're at like 280 or more speed, and then it makes you go faster. And that's... What? When was the hungry? Oh, let's see. So as we go along and start beating up dudes, we acquire some sort of green thing, which, okay, I haven't quite been able to figure out what the heck that is. Maybe it's... No, I don't understand why he's dying. He's just can't live without food. Cripes. Beat one dinosaur in game once and enter your name. Everyone thinks you're a badass. Alright, we'll give that pterodactyl another go. I mean, the plant monster? And now that I know that water shocks you, as it does, always. Yeah, these parts of the game are easy enough because you can just kind of credit spam if you're not good enough. But the bosses are where the real game starts. Oh, let's see. Well, we can do it with this. Gotta love the onomatopoeias in video games. Ouch. Okay, that was a fatal ouch. And I mean, the game does have like a surprising variety of... That's not very nice. It does have a surprising variety of like weapons for you to use. Actually, this does seem to be a blessing in disguise, even though the pterodactyl took out a bit of my health. This seems like the best weapon for the boss, because you can just dodge his vine whips. Everything's great. Shouldn't he be out of PP by now? Oh yeah. Who is the Alpha Guard? This game is a lot easier when you know how to play. I guess I'll just throw that out there. Oh yeah, is this branching paths? Well, oh yeah, that's right. B course. I was looking more for the concourse. Oh, he does! He continually takes damage if he doesn't eat food! That's bullcow. This game is eventually going to stack things way against you. And then you forget how to jump. This is just a game of knowing what you gotta do. I always hated scrolling stages in games just because you have... Oh, no, I was actually gonna play again this time! Well, I'm done for real this time, but I always hated scrolling stages because they always go so slow. It's like they want you to play at their speed, but it's like, I want to play at my speed. Well, on that note, Caveman Ninja, much better game once you know how to charge. But, I think that's gonna be that. So, on that note, this cat's got a scat.